Hey everyone! So I'm doing my catch-up videos today. I'm going to do 2 of the declutter videos that I'm behind on. So the first one that we're going to do is the top cupboards in the kitchen. And we're going to get that done. Shouldn't take too long. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 cupboards in my kitchen that are on the top. You might have more, you might have less, but let's get it done. So the first cupboard for today is my plates, bowls, cups, and then in the very top there you can see I've got extra stuff like our soda stream, my extra shakes, just extra stuff that we don't use a lot, and there's even some extra dishes up there in case we've got a lot of people that come over. That way I would have enough dishes. Honestly, I think that I have way too many dishes and I'll probably be getting rid of some of them.
I don't want you.
My 3-nager today is being a brat. Alright, let's get this cupboard emptied out so we can see what's going and what's staying. So, it's quite a big cupboard actually, and you can see like I've got some extra bug spray that's back there for in the summertime, and then those are my extra dishes, big plates and small plates, and I'm not gonna take them down right now because I don't have anywhere to put them and I'm not ready to take them for donation today, and I don't want them to get broken, so they're gonna sit up there for a little bit longer, but they will probably end up going in a box so that I can take them for donation. The next shelf is my plates and my bowls. Now I've got my small Corelle set in here, and then there's some Corelle like pasta bowl plates back there, and then I've got my brown set back there, and it's my good set of dishes. So I'm not going to empty off this shelf because these get used all the time. I've got my little plastic plate for Georgia so that she's not breaking dishes. And then that's her little plastic chase bowl, and that's that. And this shelf is perfect. That's just how it's supposed to be. And then down on this shelf, the kids have a collection of bunny bowls and plates that they've gotten from their grandparents, and they love them. And then there's cups back there. And then I've got some extra jars because I want to put spices in jars so that I can get them out of the cupboard easier rather than having them in bags all the time. And then my cups go back here, and then plastic cups for the kids, and mason jars for drinking out of. So this is just cups. And I'm going to order some new plastic cups for drinking. And so once I'm able to do that, then I will probably be getting rid of these ones because the paint comes off of them, and so they get washed and they get put in the cupboard, but then I have to wash them before the kids can drink out of them too, and it's kind of a pain. So the stuff that I'm going to put back up in the top is I've got my extra shakes from Melaleuca, and those I drink those every morning. And then just snack items that I don't want the kids just taking out of the cupboard whenever they want. They're kind like, I'll put out stuff throughout the week or whatever, and then they can eat them. And then there's like little stuffs that got to be finished up, and probably over the next week those will get done as well. Danielle's got her raisins hiding up there so the kids don't eat them. And then our vitamin C drinks. And the soda stream can go in the pantry. And then these are just my glasses for sitting out drinking ice water on the deck so that the ice will actually stay frozen. They're the thermal glasses. And that's cupboard number 1 done. Cupboard number 2 is a little tiny cupboard. And up here, this is like our extra Tylenols, Advils, cold medication. It's hard to get out of there, which is how I wanted that, because I don't want the kids just getting into it whenever they want. So that, I know what's in there, and I've already taken out the empties. And it's just in a basket so that it's not getting knocked over and rolling out of the cupboard. So it's nice and neat. And then we're gonna empty off this shelf. This is my medications, like my warfarin and stuff that I have to have. And I've got a bunch of extra stuff up here that I need to sort out. And then this is our everyday stuff, like the fiber drinks, my morning shakes that I drink, the kids' water flavor shots. So I'll get that emptied and see what's in there that we can get rid of. So right in the very back, there's just allergy medication and my nail polish remover so that George is not getting into that. And then my glasses cleaning solution goes in next. This one can go up top. Cold medicine. Children's Advil. And cold medicine can go up there too. The little glasses cleaner that I pull out all the time. Empty. Extra nail files. My medications. And then cloths for the glasses. And there's that shelf. And then this one, there's not too much that has to come out. Like the fiber drinks that are there, those, there's nothing wrong with them. They can stay in. Eleanor's tablet can come out of there. Oh, that's garbage. And there's a bunch of stuff that got tossed in. Medicine cups, those don't go up there. Vitamin C drink, that can sit there. So then my shakes are going in there, that's the only thing. And then the rest was just garbage, receipts, and the kids' little meals. That's it. And that cupboard's done, so that's 2 down, 4 to go. Let's move on. The next cupboard is the baking cupboard, and I mean, it wasn't too long ago, probably right around Christmas time, that I did clean out this cupboard because I was doing a lot of baking and it was terrible. But the kids have been in here, and so there is some stuff that's been kind of just thrown back in, and some stuff that's a little bit out of place. So I mean, my syrups need to just be lined up better. so that I can make room. Like, we went to the bulk barn, so I've got a lot of things that are just in bags like this. So I'm actually going to grab a jar or two, because this is peppermint hot chocolate, and then I've got chai tea mix. Like, I've got some bags, so I'm going to grab my jars. And get that stuff into jars, because it's going to fit way better into the cupboard when it's in a jar rather than just in a bag. And then I don't have to worry about it being punctured and making a huge mess, because that would just, one, be a waste, and two, I would be finding powdered mixes in everything from this point on. Measuring cup. Jars are amazing. So then I'm going to put, I've also got buttermilk, which is in there, but that's in a really good bag. And that one's creamer. The kids want, I made homemade hot chocolate for the kids, and they really liked it. I actually made a really big container of it, and over the month of December and January they've pretty much polished off that gigantic container, so it is time to make some more. So I'm just going to put this bag in the jar. I'm not going to worry about pouring it out. I'm just going to put the whole bag right in the jar. That way it doesn't break. I can put it up in the cupboard, because I'm going to be using it right away anyways. And then these ones are in good sturdy Ziploc bags, so they're not going to break open. And then I've got my pie, my tender flake up here. And I keep all of my jellos and my puddings in plastic containers so that I don't have little boxes floating around all over in the cupboard. And then I've got my big mixer up here. Up in this top shelf is, it's just like my loaf pans, and then there's just some little baking chocolate up there. At least if it's on the top shelf, the kids don't see it and they don't eat it on me, because I would not have it if they found it. And then I put the marshmallow fluff up where they can't reach it, because they put it in their hot chocolate. I'm sure they would eat it by the spoonful if they had the option. So that's up there. Other than that, there's nothing really up there. And then here in the bottom, well, this is my cinnamon sugar. So I'm just gonna move that for a second. Black licorice laces used for baking. I've got my sprinkles. I've got a basket over here that's got all my extracts in it. So I've got my vanillas that are opened, all my different flavors for baking. And then again, my container, where are we? My container that's got all my candles, mini cupcake papers. I've got more stuff, more cupcake liners sitting up there. Some modeling chocolate, some pre-mixed cookies that were given to me. I just have to add the eggs or whatever. And then my raisins and stuff. I've got oatmeal back there. And then just like my cream of tartar, some small stuff, some ice cream cones, and just little stuff. So that's good there. And move that back down. It can sit there. And that's that cupboard. Easy peasy. Next will be the cupboard next to it. This is my coffee cupboard. Not too much in there. Random toothpicks, those can come out. Coffee mugs. It's fairly straightforward. Up on the second one is where I keep my peanut butter. I have instant coffee because I put it in cakes and cupcakes, and every once in a while it's not that bad to drink. I keep my salt and pepper up here. It was up in the spice cupboard, but it kept on falling out, and I have a glass top stove and I'm terrified that it's gonna get broken. So those are in this cupboard now. I've got a little basket just for like little random things, like little hot chocolate mixes that don't, I don't want flying around in the cupboard or floating around free.
It's light. Oh,
Cleaning
it's
kit for the Keurigs up here. My food scales up here for baking. And what is this? My broken egg timer, garbage. A recipe that Elliot wrote me in grade 3. I don't know how that got in this cupboard, but it's written on a napkin. Super cute. My kids are great. And then an empty container and a coffee scoop. So those can be washed. Egg timer can go in the garbage. A recipe can be put in a recipe book. And then more random stuff. The top is tea. All my teas. Actually, there's this red rose, and we don't drink red rose, so that's gonna go to donation. Yorkshire tea, that's what we drink. The kids like the fruit teas. There's some lemon tea if somebody gets a sore throat. There's a box of Tetley as well. We don't drink that, so I gotta see if it's any good, and it might just end up going in the garbage. It's opened, it's been in the cupboard forever, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I keep denture tabs in my coffee cupboard because we drink out of the Contigo, like the metal coffee cups, and they get stained with tea and coffee and stuff, and it's hard to get into the lids. It's hard to clean them out, so I put them in a Tupperware container with some hot water, and I throw in a couple denture tabs, and it cleans the lid out. It cleans the cups, gets the stains off the cups really good. Coffee cupboard essential. Love them. So those are up there, and that's my coffee cupboard. Danielle's tea can go up. So, I've got my 1 cup thing in case I want to make 1 cup of coffee. And that's that cupboard. So I just got to wipe this one off. I'll do that after. And moving on, the next cupboard and the final cupboard is the spices above the stove. Okay, so for this one, I've added stuff to it. I've got this basket up here is all full of all of my individual spice bags. And I don't have enough jars or spice containers to put them in. I can't find the right size that I want. Eventually, I would like all of that just to be like matching jars. I would rather buy my spices at the bulk barn and then just fill up the jars rather than having a whole bunch of random size plastic containers. But for now, this basket is the best I can do, and stuff falls out of it and it makes a mess. It's kind of annoying, but it's the best I can do for the moment. I've also got I washed a ketchup bottle so that I could have a small bottle of oil up here because we buy the big bottles of oil, and that has to be in the pantry when I have some, so this can at least go up in my spice cupboard. And then I've got my homemade ranch mix in that container, and I put that on as much as I can. It's delicious, and I can mix it and have ranch if I need. It's great. So that goes up there. And then yeah, I've got like the random spice containers that take up a lot of room, and you can't put, it would be nice if I could have a second shelf in here, but some of them are so tall you can't do that. So again, jars would be perfect, because then everything would be one size. I could put a shelf in and I wouldn't have to do this all the time. Every time I need a new spice, I have to go in, take everything out, find out what's there, what I've got. It's a pain. The ones we use the most get left to the front, and so on. And that's that. And that's the top cupboards. There are 2 cupboards above the fridge, but they are empty because I'm short and I cannot reach them, so I don't put anything in another. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget, you know, if there's something that you really want to see, throw it in the comments below, and I will do my best to do that for you. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.